Question 1, we want to work out the missing side of a right angled triangle, so we're going to use Pythagoras. Now because it's one of the shorter sides, we're going to have a negative in the calculation, so we could let that side equal x. X squared equals 2.5 squared minus 1.7 squared. 6.25, take away 2.89, and that gives us 3.36, and we have to remember to take the square root of the answer, which gives us 1.83 metres. Question 2, part A. Here we have a number in scientific notation and we want to write it in normal form. Well, what we're going to do is to put 5 zeros in front of the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 0, 1, 4, and we'll put a dot after the first 0. Here's the second part. What we want to do is to convert this number into scientific notation. So I'm going to move the decimal point from this position here after the 2 to this position. So 7.8742 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the ratio of flour to sugar, and that's 5 to 6. Now, we're told that we have 90 grams of sugar, so I'm going to put the 90 here. What we want to do is to work out the number that goes in this position here. Now, how do we get from 6 to 90? Well, probably the easiest thing to do is to divide the 90 by 6. So 6 goes into 9 once, with 3 left over. 6 goes into 35 times. So the multiplier is going to be 15. And if we multiply one side by 15, we must multiply the other side by 15. 15 times 5 is 75. So we have 75 grams of flour. Question 4. Now this is a right angled triangle, but because it involves an angle which we're trying to find, it's SOHCAHTOA. It's not Pythagoras. So SOHCAHTOA, let's see if we can identify the sides correctly. This is the hypotenuse, it's the longest side. So we'll put a tick over the H. This side here is the opposite side, but you'll notice that we're not using that side. So this side must be the adjacent. We'll put a tick over the A, and you can see it's cos. So cos of x degrees equals A over H. Now, it's the angle that we're trying to find. The adjacent side is 341. The opposite side is 355. I hope you remember what to do. So it's cos to the minus 1 of 341 over 355. So shift cos on your calculator. And that gives us the answer 16.1 degrees. So we want to multiply the brackets out. I know that you prefer to split this up, so it's 4x times 3x squared minus 5x minus 4 minus 3 times 3x squared minus 5x minus 4. And then we'll multiply out. So first thing then, 4x times 3x squared, that's 12x cubed. 4x times minus 5x, That gives us minus 20x squared. And the next term will be minus 16x. Second bracket, so it's minus 3 times 3x squared. That's minus 9x squared. Minus 3 times minus 5 plus 15x. And the last term, minus 3 times minus 4 is a plus 12. Now what we want to do is to gather together like terms. So I'm going to put a circle around this x squared term and a circle around this x squared term, and I'll underline this x term and this x term here. So 12x cubed. Now minus 20 minus 9 is minus 29x squared. Minus 16 plus 15 is minus 1x, which I'll just write as minus x, and then there's the plus 12 at the end. This is a percentage question. We want to work out 12% of 1380, but we cannot use a calculator. First thing to do, I think, is to work out 10%. That's nice and easy. So we divide the number by 10, or we cross off a 0, so that's 138. Now if we worked out 10%, we could also work out 1%. So we divide this number by 10, which means we don't have a 0 to chop off, so we're going to move the decimal point from this position to this position here. So it's 13.8. Now, you can see we want 2%. What I'm going to do then is to multiply the 13.8 by 2. 2 8s are 16, put down 6, carry 1. 2 3s are 6 and 1 is 7, and 2 1s are 2. Now we have one number after the decimal point, so we'll put a decimal in this position here. So 12%, well 12% is found by adding 10% and 2%. So if we've got 138, let me put a 0.0 there, and I want to add on to that 27.6. So it's going to be 0.6, 7 and 8 is 15, put down 5, carry 1, 2 and 1 is 3 and 3 is 6, and 1 is 1. So the answer is 165.6 kilometres. So a question on statistics. First thing we have to do is to arrange the data in order, smallest to largest. So I've got 7 and a 9. And I've got 13 and a 15. 17, 19, 19. 21, 25. 31, 35. We want to work out the mean first of all, so we're going to add all the numbers up together. And then divide by, so that gives us 211 divided by 11, which equals 19.2. We want to work out the median, which is the middle number. Now we have 11 pieces of data. 11 is an odd number, so 11 plus 1 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. So the sixth piece of data is the median, and we'll check that because we should have the same number above and below. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 19 then is the median. Mode is nice and simple. The mode is the one that occurs oftenest, and you can see that we have two 19s. And the range is just as straightforward. That's the highest entry, the highest number in the data, take away the lowest. So it's 35, take away 7, and that gives us the value 28.